By Kamran Matin, Associate Professor of International Relations at Sussex University. Thanks for being with us. What do you think the potential options are for the US here?
Good morning, and thanks for having me on. If you look at what happened in Venezuela and also at the National Security Strategy of the United States recently published, we see that the likely preferred options for Trump is to be able to strike a deal with either regime as it is or with some elements within it in order to change Iran's behavior regionally and internationally. And that is the preferred option because, as you know, the United States under Trump is averse to engagement in major war overseas or deployment of forces for a long time. So at the moment, and based on what President Trump says, and the fact that apparently a meeting has been set up, it looks like that the threat of intervention up to this point, at least from Trump's side, has been an instrument to pressurize Iranian leaders into accepting United States conditions with respect to Iran's nuclear program as well as missile project. Whether Iran actually submits and accepts those conditions, which would significantly change the character of the Islamic Republic of Iran, has to be seen. But clearly, Iran also wants to buy time by engaging in these talks. But if President Trump acts on the threat and, for example, takes out Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, then the likelihood of a deal with some pragmatist elements within the regime is much more likely.
That would be obviously a huge provocation, a significant step up if the US was to take such military action. There's also been talk of some cyber intervention. I mean, what are the risks for the US and what do you think the range of reactions might be within Iran? There are different factions within the government and it's not clear exactly what public sentiment is.
Yes, indeed. I mean, there are different factions, but at times like this, usually the main two factions, often described as hardliners and the reformists or pragmatists, come together because both sides' fate is tied to the Islamic Republic's fate as a whole. At the moment, and with Khamenei playing the role of the unifying figure, who has obviously uncompromising position vis-a-vis the United States, it seems that Iranian leaders pursue two lines of actions against the protests. One is unprecedented crackdown, mass killing of the protesters on the streets, and on the other hand, trying both to set up talks with the US to delay such an action while they quell the uprising within Iran, but also threaten preemptive attack against US interests and even Israel. And as we know from the 12 days war with Israel back in the last summer, Islamic Republic might think that it benefits from an external conflict in order to stir up nationalist sentiments within Iran, but also create a stronger pretext to justify the way in which it is killing the protesters on Iranian streets.
Okay, we will have to